Hi, I'm Laura Rogers, and this is Office 365 Permission Level Basics Part 1 on creating a new permission level. In SharePoint, with permissions, we have the ability to assign different, give people different ability to do different things in different parts of our Office 365 site, such as at the site level, document library level, and item level. And we're covering all those different places that we can assign permissions in other sessions. But in this session, we're just going to talk about the permission levels themselves and why we would create a custom one. So first of all, what is a permission level? We have just the out-of-the-box permission levels, such as full control, design, contribute, read, and view only. And as you can see in the descriptions of each of these, they say that what someone can do when they have that permission level, such as, a contributor can add and edit content. By default, there are a lot of settings that are part of each of these custom permission levels, and in some cases we're going to have situations where the out-of-the-box settings for these permission levels are not going to be sufficient for business requirements. So that is why sometimes we go about creating custom permission levels. So we have this button called Permission Levels that exists on our site that we can use. The best practice is to not go in and edit the default permission levels, but to copy the default permission levels to create new ones and then use the new ones. So I'm going to show you a demonstration as to how to go about that in Office 365. Alright, as you can see, this is my Office 365 site. To get to the permissions page, I can go to Site Actions and choose Site Settings, and then click Site Permissions here. My Site Permissions page shows me who has access to my site. So in this situation, with just some of these out-of-the-box settings, the team site members have the ability to contribute, which means that they can add and edit content on my site. People who are in the owners group have full control, they can do everything, and the visitors are going to have read only and the viewers are going to have view only, which means they can only look at the information on my site. So let's take a look at some of these permission levels and what they really entail. So I'm going to click permission levels here. When I click on contribute, I can see everything that contributors can really do on my site. So they can add, edit, and delete items, view items, and they can open and view versions and even delete versions. They can create their own alerts, and they can do things like browse the site and some basic things like that. They can manage their own views. So I have a business requirement that I want people to be able to add and edit content on the site, but I don't want them to be able to delete the versions. So I want them to be able to do everything that a normal contributor can do, except I don't want them to be able to delete versions in situations where versioning is turned on and versions are being saved. So I have the contribute permission level open. I scroll down and I click copy permission level. Contribute, not delete versions. These people can add, edit content. They cannot delete any versions. That's my description. So I'm going to leave pretty much everything the same. I'm going to uncheck delete versions and click create. Another common thing that we can do, that I do a lot, is I'll create a permission level where people want to be able to contribute, but they don't want the people to be able to create their own personal views and lists and libraries. So I would call that level contribute, no views, and I would uncheck the box for manage personal views. So that's another different common situation that you could come across. So now I have a new permission level, and now wherever I am in this site and its subsites, I'll be able to use this permission level, and whatever users we assign to it will not be able to delete versions. Go to Site Settings, Site Permissions, and I can say Team Site Members, don't want them to have the normal contribute permission anymore. I want them to have contribute, not delete versions. And now I've created and implemented a custom permission level. And now I'll go back to my slides. Again, I'm Laura Rogers, Microsoft MVP. Thanks for joining me for this quick tip for custom permission levels in Office 365. And here's a link to my blog site where you can find me. Thanks.